met you, it was just for fun. Now I feel like you're the only one. Now I'm feeling like we just begun, just begun. Now I feel like you're the only one, only one. And we got too much love to hold back, hold back, hold back. And we got too much love to hold back, hold back, hold back. I've been waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge. I've been waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge. I've been waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge. I've been waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge, over the edge.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna wait to see if Nightbot's loading up here. I'm just kind of watching the chat. If you happen to drop by, there's no giveaway if that's the reason why you're here, so there's not gonna be a giveaway today. Let's see,
When I met you, it was just for fun. Now I feel like you're the only one.
hey Clyde.
Now I'm feeling like we just begun, just begun. Now I feel like you're the only one, only one.
I don't see Nightbot in the chat yet. I don't know, is it taking a while or what's going on?
Waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge. I've been waiting on you just to take me over, baby, take me over the edge. I've been waiting on you just
Hey, that's different. What? Are they getting rid of influence points? I don't see it on my task. Maybe they gave up on me. Can you play a Doc, Carnage, Galahad, Regatta, and Fujing? So all medium bots, right? I was actually thinking of running 4 boas. I just want to see how well I do. Yeah, I'm just looking at this, like, I don't see any influence points, so what does that mean? That they're doing away with it? I don't know. Usually it's at the top. Okay, I'm going to, let me just see. I'm gonna run some boas. That's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna run a lot of boas because I want to see how well it does now, because I got a buff. I'm not sure how it's gonna do in on the beacon rush, but it would be interesting to see how well it does. So we'll do that. Five boas. I don't have 5 max boas. I have 4, so I'm gonna run all 4 of them. Just thinking, should I do? I might just do Orkans and Punisher again. Yeah, I might do that. I wonder if I have enough Thunders for a Carnage. Maybe I'll do. I don't think I've actually ever done that before. I should try though. Gotta find my boas here somewhere. This one. Do I have 5 butchers? No, I have 2. Only one is maxed. I want to see how well the bow does because they did buff it and it has a lot of HP now. It might actually come in handy. Oh my gosh, the scrolling. You know what they should do is they should put all the level 12 or your highest level robots all on the left side so you don't have to continuously scroll. And a Punisher somewhere. There we go. I don't know if I have enough Thunders. I think I might have enough Thunders actually for a Carnage. Yep, we do. That's a lot of Thunders. Okay. I think I need to actually start upgrading more Thunders. So 1, 2... Boas and Carnage. I don't know how this is gonna go. How is the Pattern Gecko? I would not run the Pattern Gecko on Beacon Rush. I would run it maybe on Domination just because you don't have the threat of other people or the enemy spawning at a beacon that is close to you. Fury or Butch? It depends on what you're running, like what weapon. If it's Trident or Zeus or Tempest, I kind of prefer the Fury. If it's Trebs, then the Butch. Some that use a Tempest on the Butch though say they prefer it because it's a constant fire. Is there a giveaway? Well, we'll find out if Nightbot's in the chat because I've actually made it so that Nightbot puts anyone who asks about a giveaway onto timeouts. I'm not sure if it's working. I don't see Nightbot working. Oh. Okay. This. 204,000 with this bot. HP. They should make the bow as fast as a Rhino. Oh crap, this guy's gonna get this beacon before we get here. They're gonna spawn in here. What's he gonna spawn in as? Oh crap, no! That ain't fair, man. 2 Lancelots? Okay. Let's go for this. There's no ways I'm gonna get in there now. Oh jeez. Just when you thought there were a lot of Lancelots at center, they have to whip out another 3 more. This guy's he's got Orkans too, which isn't good. Trying to knock that shield down. Because I can't do any damage to him, and one Orkin's not going to be enough. We got a problem here, boys. Someone help, please. Knock their shield down at least. What's this guy's shield? There we go. Hold on. There's a guy on my left side here. Man, I can't even get close to these guys. I got too many shielded bots there. This Rhino's gonna get smoked. This guy on the right side, I can't do anything. The plasma's just going through my shield. I think we just all got to stick together like this. This guy's the only one that has a shield here, so he's going to help us. Until this guy jumps in. That ain't good. Oh man, we're seeing a lot of Orkins here. Whoa! Jumping Lancelot. Nice. Holy crap. Everyone's in there. Oh shoot, we don't even have C. Okay, well. Everyone. Oh jeez. I don't think I'm gonna get a lot of damage with this game. Whew, totally smoked. I've actually run into these guys before. This is the crew that runs tons and tons of Lancelots. We'll see how many they have at the end of this game. Now I'm a shoots. Why don't I choose the right place to play? Whenever you run a boa with Thunder, you want to play in your covered areas, which is basically where I try to gravitate towards. Springfield doesn't have a lot of cover. It's only the scent and the platforms that really have that cover. I think they had 13 Lancelots. Did I count that right? Yeah, I think they had 13. I'm gonna see if I can play another game here. Yeah, Carnage or a Boa really doesn't stand much chance against a Lancelot. You have to get up close. The problem is they had so many. You saw what happened when I went into the center. They dropped in with 2. Then I was on the platform. They dropped in with another 3. And they're all at a distance. Like I can't. I need to do. In order for me to do a lot of damage, I need to get close. Why don't I skip long range? Because if you leave a game, and a lot of players don't know this, if you leave a game because you don't like the map or the players on your team, you get thrown into Tankers League. And when you get into Tankers League, you're going to get really bad matchmaking. So that's not something that I'm interested in. Hey Shen. Did they buff the Ansel? I don't think they did. I think this is a Carnage. Problem is, I don't want to spawn in here because, or go that way because they're going to spawn in another bot. What does this guy have? Yeah, he's got Orkins. That's actually one reason why I like the boa, by the way. If someone jumps over me like that, I can rotate the body of the boa very quickly. Ah, we're gonna get killed. Somehow I managed to dodge those pins. Wait a minute, how come our team only has... Okay, I was gonna say, we only had 4 players. One of these guys is in a Griffin. This guy? Legs damage, legs damage. A little boa that could. Come here. This guy's almost dead. They're gonna spawn in another bot here. He's waiting for me too. There we go. What's this guy in? Oh. Knock that shield down. I didn't want to fire at that guy because otherwise then he's going to turn around. Oh, come on. I think I got some pretty good damage in there. I don't know if my team mech'd out really quick or if it's just me. We only down to 3 players here. It's interesting to see how well the boa does after it's been buffed. Uh-oh, that guy who just jumped in towards that beacon's gonna get nailed by a death button. Two players left. You know, at this point, these guys should just go in and do as much damage as they can. There's not much time left. Yeah, I thought so. We were down a player. I was wondering why we mech'd out so quick. How much time before we get the new bots and arenas? Well, first of all, to design a map takes months to do. The first time you see a map on the test server, it's usually, I would say, at least minimum, probably 2 months before you see it on the live server. I think we are expecting to get the Valley map, you know, they said by the end of summer, so it should be coming soon. The same with the Dash robots. The Dash robots, I was told that there's a slight delay with them. So, yeah, probably within the next couple of weeks. Oh, I got that lemon tree guy on my team. He was in the last game. Oh no, they got a guy with trebs. Oh no, I'm gonna get targeted. No, drop. This guy's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it into that center, man. They've got a rock there, I think, with the orcs. Yep, that's what I thought would happen. Oh my gosh, that guy's gonna get smoked. Calling the airstrike. He's like, forget this. Yeah, it wasn't a good idea to be up on that ramp, was it? still got a little bit of health. Oh jeez, why did it drop me all the way back here? Wait a minute, this guy. He's gonna spawn in here now. Go for the Leo, they provide the most silver. You know what? It was a good thing that I actually spawned there, because I don't think I would have been able to help defend our beacon if I went to the left side. What do you think you're doing over here, pal? Guess he didn't see that one coming. Just gonna wait to see until he fires all his shots first. Man, I don't think we can get in there. You know what would actually be perfect right now is a rhino. If we had a rhino, a couple rhinos. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can hide behind this pillar here. It's the closest cover I got. What the heck was that? Hydras? We can't get into that center there. That's a big problem. This is game over. We couldn't get into a center here. I still did pretty decent though with the bow. Is we just couldn't get into center there. Missiles, rocket weapons. You don't want to run spirals in Beacon Rush though. I think that's a very bad idea. I'm gonna try these with Tyrans and see if that maybe is better. The only thing that I like about the Punishers, if I'm running into a lot of Ancelots, then at least the Punisher can help knock their shield down. So let's try this. What should you run with your Rhino? I prefer Orkans and Penatas. But I think if you only have 2 Orkans, maybe run it on your Griffin instead, and then maybe do Rhino with Tyran Magnums. Come on, reload quick before these guys spawn in here. Oh, I got hit. We got the center. No, we don't. I think they got the center still. We gotta clear out the gap top. Oh man, all these Ancelots. Come on, we gotta change this quick before they get it. That boa went to the other side. Oh, I almost got him. They're still in trouble though. They got one more player left. I know they got 2 players left. They're still in trouble though, because we still got more players than they do. Oh, his last shot got the Galahad, but that might have been his last spot, I think. Desperation move. His last rocket killed the Galahad. That's not bad with the 4 boas. They were a player down though. I think I'm gonna do the fuging. Should I go with Tyrans or should I go with Orkans? You know what, I'm gonna go with Tyrans. Let's try that. With the flamethrower, do I think it'll be powerful against the Griffin? It could be, but the stats that you see on the test server isn't necessarily the highest or the final, because they usually tweak things. We got a pattern gecko. You know what? Look how he's wearing down that carnage. Oh gosh, he's down to half HP and he hasn't even got to the beacon yet. That's a carnage, right? I think so. The carnage is... He hasn't even fired a single shot. Ooh. Let's see, we'll spawn in over here. These guys may want to take this guy out here. Two Raijings. Come on, jump. I think we're gonna be getting C, maybe. Gonna back up a bit here. I think this guy's in an Ancelot or something. Oh, you know what? It's bad news for me because he's got Orkans too. Oh, a Raijing. This is good. Oh no, not the Rhino. That's not good. Come on guys, he's got Splash. I'm gonna get toast here. Oh, I'm still alive. Please have another Raijing. Oh, he's got another bot. I like how he just goes for me. There's like 3 guys right next to him there, and he goes for me instead. Like... The Lancelot with Thunder Tyrants actually did pretty well there. I don't think I could have done that damage with the Yorkin. I don't know, it's hard to say. Put punishes on the Lancelot. I could try that if you want. This guy's got to be careful. They're going to spawn in on that side. We only have 1 beacon. Shoot, that's not good. I think we're gonna lose this. We can't get our right side back here. We're getting another beacon. Where are we getting? Their side? We don't have a beacon bar left here. Ah, shoot. Maybe I should have started with a rhino. They did have a lot of big fat juicy targets though. Maneuverability of the Lancelot. Rogue can't run around the lands fast enough. It does sort of make it a little bit weaker, but the thing is the Rogatka is very, very fast. Go all Lancelot. I only have 3 max Lancelots, so I can't do that. I also don't like running the Lancelot. I find it a very boring bot. I don't have 5 rhinos either. There's very few bots where I have 5 of. The Rogatka is one and the Griffin is the other. I think that is it. I do have like Docs and JCs, but it's not maxed out. These guys have a lot of, we need a lot of splash to deal with what they have on the other side there. So a couple of Lancelots. Maybe the Carnage can knock down their shield and I'll be able to take them out. That Trib, whoever's got a Trib on our side, useless. Might as well ditch that bot right now. Get a beacon and then ditch. Why are you firing at me? Fire at this guy that needs to get his shield knocked down and I'll finish him off. He crashed. Move out of my way, dude. You're gonna get both of us killed. Trying to get him on the side here. This guy's got a Lancelot with, I think, Thunder Orkans. I gotta keep my distance here. Hopefully someone spawns in here, because I don't think I can hold down this here. He probably has more bots. Marina. How would I do if I used a bunch of Leos? I would get slaughtered very quickly, especially in Champion League when everyone targets you. I'm gonna try something else here. I don't know if I should try run the fuging with plasma. Someone wanted to see this with Punishers. Let's try that. Just thinking, I think I was gonna put plasma on the fuging, but I need splash. What about the Dark Orkan? You know, I haven't been running the Dark Orkan because I find it dies too quick. I could try run it. Do you guys want to see me run the Dark Orkan? I can try give it a shot. I don't, you know what, I don't see a lot of the Dark Orkan being used in Champion. I think it's just because it's too fragile. I think this guy's watching the live stream. Isn't this the second time I've seen him now? I think this build does better on a more open map. I don't know how well it's gonna do on here. Maybe it'll surprise me. Uh-oh, the guy, he got... Oh no, no! I'm vulnerable to this, I'm gonna get taken out. Splash, you can't compete with that splash. I might want to consider shooting the guy that's to our left here. They're knocking my shield and I just gotta make sure that I keep on recharging it here. Wait a minute, is that a glitch? Did you guys see that? My shield was charging but I was still getting hit by missiles. I think someone mentioned that. Now I actually have it as proof on my live stream. I was getting shot even though I had my shield up. All the spirals. This is a reason why I don't run spirals, by the way. You're gonna see the results soon. That's the reason why. You will lose more, and if you lose more, you don't make any gold. You don't make any gold, you can't upgrade. You can't upgrade and you can't buy all the cool things in the game. Yeah, I think there is a bug with that energy shield again. Because I had my shield up, but I was looking at my health and it was dropping even though I had my energy shield up. Nope, it was recharging. No, I definitely had health. I had some health on my energy shield. If you were watching very carefully, if you have a little bit of health, it should be able to block those missiles. It was actually going through. You could see my my health of my Fujing dropping. Yeah, you see, someone says they got the same problem with the energy shield. It was recharging, but even if I have 10%, it should be able to block those hydras or spirals that are being fired at me. I only am supposed to take damage when the entire shield has been knocked down, and I was taking damage. So there's a bug there. There's definitely a bug there. I'm gonna, let's see. I'm gonna run another Fujing in. I prefer the Griffin though, but I will just run it anyways. Hold on. Oh wait, you guys wanted to see... You guys wanted to see the dock. I have a clanmate that's inviting me right now. I think the Doc and the Galahad are gonna need a buff. How many Furies do I own? I don't know. I won a few from the one event. What's with the delay in releasing the Dash robots? I have no idea. It could be something that maybe they found a glitch with the double leap or something. Who knows? That's not the invite I was waiting for. Did I ever get to use any of the American robots? Yeah, I actually own. I own a Max Butch. I own Max, 2 Max Docs and 1 Max Garrett, or not Garrett, Jesse. So I do have them. I just don't run it. I had it more for video purposes. What's with the countdown in the main screen? The reason why there's a countdown is because we have a new, well, it's a new game mode. Pixonic has to monitor it very carefully to see how, not only how players react and stuff, but they have to keep an eye on like their servers. They need to monitor it. So that's the reason why they have that countdown there, because they're not sure whether they, I guess their servers are stable enough to handle this game mode without any major problems. I think if there's no problems, then it's probably going to disappear and we're probably going to have it as a permanent thing. what level are my punishers? Everything that you see in my lineup's all level 12 max. I don't run anything lower because I'm facing all max level players. I have to face withdrawal. No, I don't think so. I would just run brawlers anyways, because I was running pretty much brawlers for the most part for the past like 2 months, I think. Cookie Monster. I think we're just gonna end up being, there's only gonna be us two, I think. He might not like what I have in my hangar, but whatever. Oh no, I always get these maps, the longer range maps, when I gear myself for like a close range map. Actually, you know what? My hangar sort of gears more towards this map because I got more Terrans in, so maybe. I don't know how this is gonna go. They got a Fury Zeus back there, and I think we should just charge them. But I think they're gonna get to center before we do. I'm not gonna bother with the beacon on the right side because I have a shield, and we probably need to get into the center quick before they get it. Because what's going to end up happening is they're going to spawn here, and they do have a Fury, so I need to get into position quick and just lock onto this guy. See if we can push him away. Okay, we got the beacon. Oh! Dude, you're blocking my Terran. Here we go. Rush, rush, rush. Don't give this guy any chance to reload. Go for the Raijing. Forget all other targets. Just go for the Raijing. He's got a lot of damage. Break that shield. Break his shield. Someone, quick. Okay, my job's done. See ya. I just wanted to take him out. Jeez, this guy's got a lot of heavy bots here. They're bringing out all their heavy brawlers. Trying to use a shield to protect me a little bit here on the side. Let's see if I can get in with a Dark with Hawkins. Switch, switch. The heck, this guy's... Oh. I was wondering why he's hanging in midair. The game's over. I was like, wait, why is that guy in midair? Quickest game ever. How long did that take? slight remix in the theme song. I think they should just go with the whole new song. I think they're trying to keep it just because it's sort of like the identity with the game, but I mean, if you're doing a whole new UI and stuff, why not just go for a new song? Cookie, that was fast. we took out we took out their Fury. I was going for the Raijing because, you know, the Raijing, that's why I got so much damage in, is because of that Raijing. I was like, okay, now my job's done. I'll just let them come towards our beacon. Hasmo Rhino, Orkin, Panata, Rhino. I prefer the Orkin Panata. But we had clanmate last night. He was running, John Game Center was running the Tehran Magnum. He was actually doing pretty well with it too. But I think I prefer the Orkins. Because more often than not, if you're going to use a Rhino, you're usually barging at someone, right? So, I don't know. Yeah, Orkins deal way more damage. You know what I really like about the Orkin now is that players can't like outrun it like they could before. Someone was actually telling me how the game is messed up because you can't run away from Orkins. What they don't realize is that the whole running away from Orkins was actually a bug. You could never run away from Orkins before. About a year ago, I think that bug occurred and they never fixed it. Makes no sense if a Fury or a Griffin can outwalk. I'm not even saying outrun here. Outwalk Orkins, it makes no sense. It's a rocket. Hey Ben. This is going to be a tough game. They got some tough players on the other side. I think they're going to get here before we do. Frosted Assassin. Yeah, they're all in death buttons here. You gotta be careful of the center because you want to protect it. Oh my gosh, was that Liu? Liu and his aphids? Oh, jeez. Who was that? No, we have another guy that's running aphids back there. Jeez, this guy's mean with those aphids, man. What's he running? 4 pattern aphids. These guys are coming with all the Ancelots now. Ooh. Just trying to get that damage in there. I thought the one that was running aphids was Liu, because Liu usually runs his aphids, so I'm not sure if he's running it. No, he isn't. They need to give us 5 daily tasks a day. Speaking of daily tasks, I'm wondering if they've gotten rid of the influence points, because I don't see it in the daily tasks tab anymore. Do you guys see it on your end too? Or has it disappeared? Hi Ricky. Yeah, I'm not sure if I really like the dark. I think I actually prefer the Fuging Orkin or the Death Button Griffin. I think it's also because when I switch, it takes a while for me to switch over to the Orkins, whereas with like a Death Button Rhino or you know, Death Button Griffin, you're firing everything at once. This is going to be a good game. The other team has, I think that's Red Bears, a Russian clan. Yeah, this is going to be a crazy game. Now I kind of wish I had my strong hanger in. Oh well. Just gonna make do with what I got, I guess. Oh, that was just barely enough. Thing is, I ran past here to defend that beacon, and now they can spawn in here. Yeah. Guys, we gotta move to the right side. There's a guy moving here and I won't be able to stop him. Sasha, he knows. This is where you need to be on comms. Because there's no ways I can stop this guy. He's in a... yeah. That's what I figured. Try to break through that shield of his. They're just going to respawn here. Yeah. Jeez, my screen is just shaking. These guys are gonna spawn in here. We are in serious trouble here. I don't think we're gonna get out of this mess. Jeez, there's a lot of glitching. Wow. Lost spot. We need help here. Yu turns around, he's like, you need help? I'm like, yeah. I gotta hug the wall here, this is my last spot. We couldn't even get out of our spawn here, this side. Yeah, don't spend gold on workshop points. That's good advice. It's a waste. What do we use for comms? Discord, but I'm not on comms right now. Actually, no one in our clan's on comms. I think for Beacon Rush, you really do need to be on comms because, for example, like that moment where I said I needed help on the right side, but my team didn't see. One saw it, but it was at the last minute, and it's too late then. So you really do need that. You need that comms. Yeah, this is Red Bears, a Russian squad. I didn't feel comfortable playing that hangar. Interested in having Juggernaut mode for what mode would that be? Interested in reducing screen shake. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing, I think they have to do it on their end. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like the battle when I was on the side there, the entire screen was just shaking. What I'm finding a lot with this new update is, and I think it's just that they have to fix it. I'm finding that there's a lot of glitch. Like you'd be firing at a player. It happened actually yesterday during my live stream. I was firing at the guy, he froze in mid-air and then appeared 50 meters, 100 meters to my right. And then I got killed. I'm seeing a lot of that in this update, but usually about 1 to 2 weeks after an update, that's what happens. I'm not sure what this guy's in here. I think he knew that was coming. Oh man, come on, I'm stuck. Am I aware of the eclipse? Yes, I am. Why am I so silent? Concentrating. This game mode requires more concentration, I think. Should have actually had a Rhino follow me here, because now I'm going to be dealing with 2 or 3 guys at center, which is something that I cannot do alone. That might have actually been a mistake. I think that was our big mistake there. This is where you need to go on comms. I don't know if we're going to be able to get into that center now. What are my opinions on Griffin Tehran aphids? I wouldn't use it personally because they buffed the Magnum and they buffed the Tehran. They buffed the aphid too, but there's so many players. This is in Champion League. They run the Ansel shield. So if you fire at them, your aphids are going to be just blocked. So you're not doing any damage with 2 aphids. Yeah, I'm getting hammered here. What a smoke. You can see how they both jump at the same time. I think those guys are on comms. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. I think we're going to lose this game. I kind of knew straight off the bat when we didn't have the other Rhino go into center. Yeah, we're not going to get into center here. That's it, I mixed. One player randomly and he gets 2 or 2.5 more HP than the rest. Hey Togi, you need an Lancelot? Yeah, but I don't like running the Lancelot. Like I said, I find the Lancelot actually a very boring bot. The Lancelot build, I find one of the most boring builds in the game. I know it can be effective, but it really is boring. If you are relying on that to win, it just shows, I think, your lack of skill. Will the Raijin do more damage if his shield is broken even though he is in Bastion? No, it does the same amount of damage because the shield only covers the front part. Yeah, we're gonna make up. I said I already knew the mistake that we made right at the start. Vox, isn't that Danish or Norwegian? It's actually Latin for the word. I think it means voice in Latin. Yeah, there was no ways of coming back from that. I knew from the start, straight off the bat. Is the letter 0? Oh, I think it just means it's done that way to kind of signify death. You know, like you crossing out the enemy, so that's kind of where voice of death comes from. That was 7 stars on the other team. We ran into him in two games prior to that game. I think he's time dropping, because that's like 3 games in a row now. I don't know. If you run into them now, then you know they are. RKM. Do you think the Rhino needs another buff? No, I don't. I don't think that's a good idea. Let's see, what are these guys running? I don't think this is RKM's strong squad because they got 2 next to their name. I think this is their feeder clan. Watch out, Brian, left side. They just keep on respawning at that gap there. Oh jeez, that guy glitched. Run, run, run. Is anyone buying the Rhino more than the Carnage? I think there's more value to the Rhino right now, but you've got to run Orkans on it. I mean, you could run Plasma, but there's just so many shielded bots. It helps, especially when you need to defend a beacon. All those Orkans. See if my team, they know what to do now. I didn't tell them, but I want to see if they learned from their mistake. I think this might be a fake CDXX crew. These guys don't look, they don't look familiar here. There's a fake CDXX clan out there. And a Vox clan. What does that guy have? Gotta be careful, they got a Carnage back here. His Thunder can shred me up if I'm not. These guys are getting pretty aggressive here. We gotta be careful. This guy's gonna have his jump ready soon. Let's make sure that I stay out of that 300. Yeah, this is a fake CDXX clan. The one that has the 2 next to their name, that's the fake one. How will it be if the bot supports the Yansel? I still don't think it would be a good bot. It's too slow. Man, I ran out of water. I got nothing to drink. What to do after 5 hanger slots? Make sure that you have enough Hawkins. Especially if you play Beacon Rush, then you probably want to run a lot of Hawkins. If you have 5, I would probably get like at least 4, I think. Or make sure that you have 4. Ooh, this is another. I think they got a guy from Hydra. Ooh, remember earlier all those ant slots that I faced? I think this is one of the crews, or some of them anyways. I can always tell when you look at their Asian tag, they have those 2 double triangles facing up at the start and at the end. That's how I know. Oh no, they're coming with all their pins and stuff here. Ooh, and they got that beacon too, that's not good either. They're gonna get a guy that spawns here soon. I got a lot of range back there. Someone needs to knock this guy's shield down. I think they're gonna spawn on top of me here. Oh. Come on, get that beacon. I think they might be making out because they had one player that was just sitting back in an RDB back there. May have cost them the game. There's a guy to my right. I think he's gonna jump. He's gonna jump and try to hit me with his Orkans. Yep. I think they have another bot. There was a guy, yep. There was some guy that was pinning back there. He probably has like 2 or 3 bots left. That's why you don't sit back, because when you're the only player left, he's gonna lose all his bots. He might have another one. He might be setting up an ambush. I think he has another. No. I think this guy's from Hydra. Yeah. Hydra used to have a pretty strong squad, but I don't see them anymore. Who did we lose here? I'm just gonna play one more game and then there's gonna be my last game. It's actually past lunchtime here, so I'm gonna grab a bite to eat and I'm done. They club Android and iOS server. Why don't they join? I think is what you... We're just gonna run. A lot has, well, I asked him about that. A lot has to do with the way that updates work on iOS and Android. Android gets the update first because it's not, they don't have to go through the process that iOS has to go through. Loco Maloco. Gotta get rid of this guy here. Just waiting for all my Orkans to charge up. Oh, a Leo. Free silver. Ooh, these guys, I didn't see that they were behind me. I thought that was a teammate that was shooting me from this side. Meanwhile, we got a Rhino here. You know what? It's because they spawned in on this side. They're trying to defend it. Ooh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Whoa, my button got stuck. What the heck? I'm trying to defend this. I'm not gonna get that beacon. Whoa! Who the hell? Damn. Hey chicks, I even landed on top of this hill. That was some crazy height. Wouldn't it be funny if it flipped me to the center and I captured the beacon that way? Best beacon capture ever. Oh man, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. That was some crazy height. We're gonna be in trouble here because these guys are flanking us. That's not good. And I'm down to my last spot. That was some crazy height. I actually landed on the hill, on the hill behind me. That's funny. I think they might spawn in another bot here. That guy's actually getting our beacon. Thanks Androman and Drew. Sorry I only saw your donations now, but thank you very much. And Drew, I don't think you have a YouTube channel, right? I know Androman has, so if you haven't yet checked out his channel, make sure to do that. Hold on, let me just tell these guys that was my last. I wonder what they did with the influence points. Maybe they're doing away with it. Still kind of curious. Okay guys, so that was my last game, and what I usually do towards the end of the live stream, I usually do a questions and answers session. So if you have any questions and stuff, then you can post it in the chat and I'll try my best to answer them. Geckos need a nerf. Well, you know what, with the current, well, if you play Beacon Rush, I think the geckos are okay. You did upload heavy capture gameplay though. Yeah, I gotta do some of those, challenges. I just get swamped with all the other stuff that I have to do with my channel. Hey Firefly, my favorite robot. I don't think I really have a favorite robot. I like the Griffin a lot. I like the Boa, the Carnage, Galahad, Doc. I kind of like the gameplay, but I don't use it now because I find it doesn't do so well. I find the Death Button Griffin, or even the Rhino. You know what? The Rhino I'm actually starting to really like again. So that's why I have it in. And I like the skin for it. Griffin pin Columbus or Fuging Columbus? The Griffin is better. But if they're going head to head, the Fuging will most likely win because of the shield. But I think the Griffin is more suited for all the maps. Plus, if you don't like the Columbus pins, you can always run like Punishers, Turan Magnums, Orkan Pinatas. There's more options for you on the Griffin than there is on the Fuging. So you probably want to take that into consideration when you have to choose. Do I agree that the damage multiplier for machine guns will make them way overpowered? I don't think so, because remember, Pixonic can always buff a shield if they wanted to, and I actually think that that's what they're going to end up doing anyways. I think it's important to have that that multiplier, because otherwise everyone's just going to run shielded bots. Well, I don't know. Would you rather have an option where you are basically forced to buy a Lancer or Galahad to compete, or would you rather have options where you can run something like a Punisher Griffin or a Punisher, I don't know, Fuging? I don't know, for me, I would rather have options. I don't want to get into the whole you have to buy a Galahad or Lancelot to win, because then it is paid to win. Too many people like Beacon Rush for it to be gone long, I think. Yeah. You know what I think? I think they should have actually released Beacon Rush as their main game mode when they released the game. Because now I actually find Domination mode really boring. And the whole idea behind Team Deathmatch, I don't think that's going to do well either. Because with Team Deathmatch, what you're going to end up having is one team sitting on one side of the map, the other team sitting on the other side. They probably are both going to be running pins and stuff, and it's basically a game to see who you're going to make out first. But when you have that kind of gameplay and there's no beacons involved, then everyone's just going to run pins and like Zeus. So it becomes like a campers game then. Why is Beacon Rush limited time? I don't think it's limited. I think it's more them just monitoring their servers and the analytics for this game mode. I think if they find a lot of players are actually playing it, then they will most likely keep it. Fuging Punisher and see how well that does. I actually have, and I didn't really do well with it. I prefer having the Griffin. You have small silver and a lot of gold, so where is the silver? That's not a lot. That's not a little bit of silver. That's like 3.4 billion silver. That's a lot of silver for most players anyways. Do you think the Tempest will ever be reintroduced? I do. I think what they're doing with the game is, like, all the new content, they're bringing it out as event currency, and then they gradually introduce it into the game as like gold or something. It seems like that anyways. Yeah, they didn't see the B next to it. Fuging Hydra. Yeah, I don't like running Hydras. I would never run Hydras or Spirals. Even Aphids, I don't like the idea of running Aphids on Beacon Rush, because it just doesn't do enough damage for me. Hi Deb. Rhino Orkans or Griffin Orkan, which should you run? I would build the Griffin one first and then the Rhino after, because the Rhino you have to have workshop points for that. And if you don't have enough Tyrans, I'd probably buy Tyrans first before getting the Rhino. You don't see many Punishers in Beacon Rush. Any reason why is because it just doesn't do damage quick enough. The thing with Punishers, when I was playing on Domination mode, usually 400-500 meters was where it started to do quite a bit of damage to the enemy. Like, you have to keep them at bay. The thing with Beacon Rush is it's more enclosed, like your battles are close range battles. and it doesn't do fast enough damage when compared to, say, an Orkan. I don't know about Tyrants. I think the Punisher might win out though. But again, remember, like, if you're firing at some guy that has energy shield, you gotta break down the energy shield first before your Punishers start doing damage to them. Should you use Gepard in Beacon Rush? I wouldn't. That's just my opinion. I wouldn't. You know what might be a better option than the Gepard is actually the Stalker. Because with the Stalker, you can at least go into stealth when you're running to get the beacon. So there's a possibility that the other team might miss you. Whereas a Gepard, you don't have stealth. You're just going to run into those pins. Hey, Ivano. Nightcrawler, when are the dash bots going to appear and when will the Tempest be available? I'm guessing the Tempest is probably going to be available at the next event to purchase. You could always subscribe to my channel and drop by on weekends on the Saturday when I do giveaways, because I've been giving away Tempest weapons for the past few weekends now. So that's another way to get a Tempest. And as for the dash robots, I was just told that there's a bit of a delay with them. So we're probably going to be getting it in a couple of weeks. Dying with only one treb shot. You know what's funny? Now that you mention it, I was testing out the Jesse aphids because it gave the Jesse more HP. So I was testing it out to see how well it would do on Beacon Rush. It ended up doing well on like power plant map, but that's understandable because there's so much cover. But on a map like Yamantau, what ended up happening was I ran my Jesse to the center trying to get the beacon, but just as I was about to cap it, I'd had like two or three death buttons fire their RDBs, their pins and Columbus at me, and I was killed. I didn't even capture the beacon. So that's why I think the Stalker is better suited. Am I on iOS? I am on iOS. It was Yamantau. Yeah, but the same thing would happen to me, I think, on Springfield. Even Canyon, I think. Jumping bot with heavy weapon slot. Does that make sense? You mean the Descend robot? I think the Descend robot can compete. The Descend robot's not as scary as everyone thinks it is. You know, you're actually very vulnerable once you land. And it doesn't have a physical shield. You know, it's in stealth when it jumps, I understand that. But when it lands, it really is kind of like a sitting duck. I don't know if it's just me, but usually when I'm on the test server, I see Descend robots dying left, right, and center. I actually think the dash robots are stronger, but you comparing two different styles of play too. Just because of the physics of a heavy weapon, you don't know. Well, that's kind of like running an Orkan on a Cossack. To me, that doesn't make sense because the Orkan is almost the same size as a Cossack. I always used to laugh at the Cossack running an Orkan because I'm looking at the Orkan and I'm looking at the size of the Cossack, and I'm like, how the heck does this Cossack hold a weapon that's basically the size of its whole body, and on top of it, it can run fast and it can jump? I'm like, how does that even make sense? Some things you will never know. Time to haunt the lobbies. Have I seen the VR for this? I have seen it, but it doesn't really interest me. I mean, it looks cool, but I don't know, I just prefer this kind of gameplay more than that. How do you participate in the giveaways? Well, there's no giveaways today. I only do giveaways on Saturday. and I usually run over the rules and stuff of how to win like gold or Tempest weapons on Saturday when I do the giveaway. It's no point me mentioning it now because everyone's going to be asking me again anyways. Yesterday I gave away 3,000 gold in total and 3 Tempest weapons. But again, I'm not giving away any prizing today. Do you like the new heavy jumping bot? I actually do. I think the only thing is I'm just wondering if it needs stealth, whether they should just do away with stealth. I actually prefer the descent robot over the dash robots, but again, it's just my opinion. Dash robots, I'm not sure. I know like they want that speed in the game and stuff, but they've given it shields again. I really dislike shielded bots now. You know, after the whole Gareth, Galahad and Lancelot, and even the Rhino era, I'm not a fan of shields, because you have to break their shields in order to do any damage. Unless you're running heavy Orkans, but then they could have an Ansel shield and they block it anyways. So, you see with the Descend robot, it has no shield. It has stealth, but that stealth is not going to save it once it lands. Maybe for like 5 seconds when it's still in stealth, but after that it's sitting duck. What do you run with Stalker? It depends on what players you see in your league. If you see a lot of shielded bots like Galahads and Garrus and stuff, then I'd run Panadas. Yep, I have a squad request, but I'm just going to reject it. Because I'm going to be taking a break soon. Yeah, sometimes I do reject my own clan. They probably don't like it. I'm like, look, I'm busy. I'm either doing live stream or I'm doing a video. I can't do that right now. It's a Frankenstein bot. Why is it a sitting duck with a firepower? Because once you land and once your stealth is gone, the Descend robot can't just run away and it can't just jump because there's a cooldown time. So basically, if there is a Plasma Griffin nearby or there is a Death Button Griffin nearby, you will be killed because you don't have time to head for cover because it's slow. You don't have your jump because there's a cooldown time. There's no physical shield and there's no energy shield, which means anything that has rockets or plasma, they will kill you. It's not as powerful as you guys think it is. However, if it does, one thing that I do like about it is kind of like the aspect of almost the rush ability, because that's how I see it. It's more of an ambush bot. Like if someone, so like on Dead City for example, there's someone in center who's taking the beacon. If you jump over the mounds or whatever, the cover, if you jump over it, you're in stealth, right? And then you take them out. That's how I see it being used. But I don't see it being used as jumping out into the open and trying to kill everyone in sight. It's not going to happen. But you could say the same about that as a Griffin, correct? But would you say that the Griffin is overpowered? Because I don't see it as being overpowered. Is Champion League the highest league? It is. Well, there's Legend League, but Legend League is really Champion League. It's just the top 50 players. Hey, Chain. Does this game support any gamepad? I'm sure it does. I just don't play on that. I just play on an iPad. Someone's asking me saying that I play on a PC. I'm like, well, if I play on a PC, don't you think that I'd be having like widescreen, like when I live stream on my videos? I don't. So yeah, I don't play on emulators and stuff. I just use, I either use a phone, my iPhone, or I use an iPad. But I had problems with my iPhone, so that's why I had to get an iPad to play the game. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to be ending things here, but before I do, thank you very much to Clyde and Togi for moderating the chat. Thank you very much to Androman and Drew for supporting my YouTube channel and donating. Make sure to check out Androman's channel. I don't know if he's still in here, but I think you'll be able to click on his name and then check out his stuff. He has some good content as well. Drew mentioned that he doesn't, well, he has a YouTube channel, but I don't think he posts videos, but maybe check him out as well. I don't know what he has on his channel, what he has on his channel. I see Chainfire's dropped by. He has a YouTube channel as well. You can check him out too. And if you're new to my YouTube channel and my live streaming, I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please do subscribe. And I think that about sums it up. I don't know if I'm going to live stream tonight. I may possibly do that of the test, but I'm not sure yet. But yep, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And until the next live stream, I will catch you guys later. Cheers, guys.